Welcome, everyone, to Tempe, Arizona and Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils, where Sparky and his gang have been sharpening those pitchforks in anticipation of this one. The Sun Devils will put it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So BYU's offense will have the football first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a...
He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kick. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Sun Devils offense will have its first possession of the game. And, David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the pass.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Back to throw, it's Sparks. Makes the grab. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Sun Devils are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Trying to do it on the ground. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. The Sun Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Sun Devils. The AT unit on the field.
Man, it's so nice to have guys out wide that you just trust that you can feed the football, and this guy will do the rest, will cross that goal line, will take care of you, will make you look like a genius. That's that kind of guy right there.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the... And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass, it's Sparks. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Taking it the other way, the 30. He scampers out of bounds right at the 19-yard line, and man, are they set up. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. He'll get rid of it. Snags it. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
They'll move the tight end. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, BYU! Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Sparks. He's got it down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Back to pass. Snags it over the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Sun Devils look to do some damage in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Zings it complete to the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State!
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And he's going to bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Hand off from the shotgun.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Going to swing it on second down. Puts it out of the air. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. Touchdown Cougars! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Sparks. They're working that left side. At the 40, there he goes. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. Catch in the middle. It's Gaines.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Sun Devils back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. It's complete to the right. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they...
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to pass. It's Sparks. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Big fella moving. Touchdown, Arizona State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's a...
They bring the punter onto the field now. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. He's got him. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll run it from the gun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Sparks. It's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. Snap from the gun on third down. Caught. Turning it on. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Sun Devils come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man quickly. Looking for room at the 30. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Sun Devils are rolling down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. It's caught. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet.
Touchdown, Sun Devils! And the pummeling has started.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on it.
There he goes. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Sun Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
BYU 17.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
To the air, it's Jefferson. Hauls it in. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. From the gun. Moves around to clear up the vision. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the 8th? And here comes the punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Nice pickup on the return. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Sun Devils are in the hurry up. The give as they work on that clock. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Tempo in overdrive.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Hold
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First down here for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Sparks. It's complete on the right side. At the 45, on his way. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage.
Breaks into the open. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The run from the shotgun. Open space at the 25. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but the punt team makes its way onto the field. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment.
There he goes. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they could ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
Here's the pressure. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air. It's Sparks. Quick strike complete. Still running at the 40. It's a fumble. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. The Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Hauled down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Gaines. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Pulls and throws out the RPO. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Those linemen can get a little aggressive sometimes in pass pro, and it'll cost him. Touchdown off the board, and they'll back up 5. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Back to pass. They get to him as he throws. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And you... This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out.